Are you guys ready for the return of rumor and leak content? Well, we're back, baby. We've got a ton to break down about new Mega Evolutions coming in the upcoming DLC. Strap in. If you know anything about me and the aDrive channel, you know I love Mega Evolutions, and while I haven't been super stoked about every single one for ZA, there's quite a few coming in the upcoming Mega Dimensions DLC that has me very excited at the prospect of what they might look like and being able to utilize them on my team. I had a blast utilizing Mega Scolipede, and I'm a big fan of Mega Foulings, and we've got some new Megas coming in this upcoming DLC that are gonna be super sick. Smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and let's break it down. First post I see here is from Light. Light is saying, which newly confirmed Mega Evolution do you want to be announced on November 19th? It seems as though this image went up. They obviously revealed Mega Chimecho and Mega Baxcalibur recently. Not the biggest fan of Chimecho, but I can understand that they were trying to emulate the Chingling's design. And then Baxcalibur has grown on me a lot. I actually like it a lot now, even though first reaction wasn't super great. I think that's really sick. So it seems as though 1119 is going to be our next Mega Evolution. So stay tuned for that. I'm very curious what it is going to be. And if you didn't see the update where I broke down all of the new Mega Evolutions, let me break them down for you very quickly here. We're expecting a new Mega Raichu, obviously you know about that. Chimecho was on this list. Absol getting a new Mega Evolution, potentially Absol Z. Staraptor, this one could be very cool. I'm curious if they add the fighting type to it and ditch the normal type. Something to keep an eye on here. Garchomp, Lucario, getting new Mega Evolutions. This is massive, and we actually have a rumor that we're gonna break down after I go through all of these to get you up to speed. Heatran and Darkrai, two legendaries that we know were leaked from the game code. Golurk, which Golurk's an interesting one because there is like a painting in the game of ZA that shows a Golurk that looks a little bit different, but I'm not entirely sure where that's gonna land. The Meowsticks getting a Mega, so this is gonna be very interesting to watch because they have two different move pools here, I believe it is, with the two genders of Meowstick. And then we've got Crabominable, which is crazy. This guy, I feel like nobody even realizes this is a Pokemon anymore. Crabominable getting a Mega. I do remember getting Crabrawler in Alola, but again, that's a throwback there. Golisopod, I am so excited for Golisopod. This is a Pokemon that I was not super into initially as a bug type enthusiast, but I love Golisopod now. I've used it on a bunch of playthroughs. This thing is a wrecking ball, dude. I love this thing. It's very unique. I really think Golisopod is a sick Pokemon. One of my favorite designs now. I want to see its Mega so badly, dude. Like, this is something so exciting for me, so I'm very excited about that. Magearna getting a Mega, Zeraora getting a Mega, again, additionally, one of the leaks with the other Megas, legendaries like Heatran and Darkrai. Scovillain getting a Mega, which is pretty wild. I'm curious if it grows a third Pepperhead. Hydreigon too, I guess. Then we've got, what is this thing called? I can't remember what it's called. It's the little Venom Rock thing. I don't know why I had it in my head and it vanished on me. Yeah, I don't even know what it's called. We've got Tatsugiri here as well as another one, so that'll be interesting to see if it, like, absorbs Dondozo in any sort of way in its Mega Evolution. And then last but not least is Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur we've already seen. So that's going to be the catch-up there on all of your Mega Evolutions coming to the DLC. But let's look at this post here because Hidden Power Podcast put this out, and I thought this was very interesting. This is a rumor that came up on a message board. Again, not confirmed information. Take it with a grain of salt, but let's talk about it. I think when I look at any of these Mega Evolutions moving forward, the first thing I'm thinking of to myself is how can they look like their baby form? That is, I think, really key when we look at anticipating this because they've done that so much throughout ZA. There's a number of occasions where they've done that. Chimecho is an example of that, but for Alligator is another one. So I think that that's something you can consider is how can they take inspiration from their baby form to inspire the Mega Evolution. Here's the post. Hi guys, I'm back to disclose some info about the Glamora is the name of the poison guy. I'm back to info about new Mega Evolutions and Mega Dimension DLC. Have fun speculating their design and details. Darkrai becomes bulkier in appearance with a dark-like shadow cape that covers itself. I hope it gets a hoodie. The animation involves Darkrai expanding its shadow-like cape to attack and defend, and when doing so, long, thin legs will get exposed. It remains pure dark type. That sounds a little goofy, but I'm excited to see what Darkrai looks like. I have said many times, I'm not a big legendary guy, not my favorite of the Pokemons, but Darkrai has always been a really cool one in my opinion. Heatran doesn't change too much. Mostly the steel-plated armor covers most of its body now, and you can see clear lava coming out under its dripping onto the ground. So he's just going to be having lava all over him, more steel on him. We did see some stats for these guys, so I'm quite excited for that. This thing becomes an absolute monster there. Zeraora, unsurprisingly, becomes a more furry fighter, yet the typing remains pure electric. The body shape is overall the same, color is slightly darker, and now both hands and the tip of its tail are constantly glowing with plasma-like effects surrounding them all the time. That actually sounds incredibly believable in my opinion. I can see it getting a little bulkier, a little hairier, get those plasma fists going. Absol's second Mega looks opposite to its first Mega. It becomes mostly black in motif with some white colors on this body, and instead of white wings, it now has black wings. Face looks more mischievous than serious. The type becomes dark and fairy. Bro, I want this to be real based on this alone. Can I just be honest with you? Because this sounds amazing. Absol is one of the peakest Pokemon designs of all time. Mega Absol is very good. If they made this thing Dark Fairy, that would be so sick. Infinite Enjoyers in shambles right now. That would be awesome. Golurk's clay body shatters, leaking the inner ghost out. The design becomes a ghostly spirit like a figure coming out of the cracked clay debris of Golurk. Mega Golurk, fully floating in Golurk, becomes ground and flying. This thing becoming flying type, not a surprise there. Seems a little weird that it loses its ghost typing though. I wonder if it would have an ability to tie it to that, because how does it become ground flying? So I'm envisioning the shell of Golurk like on the ground and then like this energy of ghost above it. I'm a little lost on how we lose the ghost type there, but nonetheless, that's a cool concept of like the inner energy of Golurk bursting out. Garchomp's body color becomes darker, and instead of sharp sides like it has in its first Mega, its back fin becomes more jet-like. Body shape also resembles more of a jet. It's not grounded anymore, though it remains dragon and ground, potentially indicating a levitate ability. We've seen Garchomp utilize this traveling mechanic where it basically is like a jet and kind of like flies above the ground. Wouldn't be surprised to see them lean into that, although again, the laddies might have something to say about that. Lucario's blue body becomes a purple color, covered mostly with yellow fur. Looks more furry-like than the other two forms. Its torso fur expands to cover more of its body, so it looks like it has yellow pants with a long furry tail, and it has yellow hair spiking up with faint blue purplish aura constantly surrounding it like a Super Saiyan. It becomes fighting and dragon. That sounds pretty dope to me, I'm not gonna lie. A fighting and dragon Lucario. I think that could be pretty sick, and the design, while it doesn't sound like it necessarily appeals to me, I think there's a few people out there who would get excited for this. Lucario is a pretty cool design, not one of my faves, but I understand why people like the design for sure. So that's a breakdown. I got you guys all caught up on the Megas coming in the DLC. I finally remembered what Glamoura's name was. We broke it down a new rumor, thanks to the Hidden Power Pod for posting that up on Twitter. And I gave you guys my take on it. Golisopod is the thing that I am most excited about. But let me know in the comments down below who you want to add to your team. I'm really debating right now if I need to grind for the Shiny Charm. If it's worth it, let me know. I've got, what, 3 weeks to get ready for the DLC. I wasn't gonna grind for the Shiny Charm, man, but the DLC is so soon, and I'm really debating it. Let me know what you guys are gonna do. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.